Hello, and thank you for joining our fireside chats with founders at the European Cardano community. I am Marcus, one of the core team members, and if you like what we are doing, please consider supporting our individual projects. At time of this recording, these are Davide's Rookies game and his endmaker Godot SDK, my Cardano stake pool with the ticker Birth to support our development at Larissa Health, Derek, also known as Quasar with Game Changer and Hard Fork Cafe, and Ricardo's Web3 user group. You will find the links to our guests and our projects below the video. Please give us a thumbs up, follow us by hitting the bell icon, and let's enjoy this session.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello, hi.
Welcome, welcome.
GM.
GM.
How about
Depending where you
everybody
are.
saying GM in their own language? Here would be GM.
Yeah.
Kalimera. Kapami. Kalimera.
Kalimera.
Guten Morgen.
Buongiorno.
So this is filling up. This is nice.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the few occasions to show up our proposals now in this catalyst round. I didn't see so much interest also on YouTube and from many influencers this round. Maybe you're getting tired to see so often the same things happen, but okay, now we need to push it down. It's a wonderful opportunity for everybody, so we are here to help, guys.
And it looks like I have switched with Julian Assange, the place, right? But I'm happy for him. Whatever the truth is, I'm happy for him that he's home now. There's nothing as killing as being away from your family for so long. So I wish everybody who's in a situation like that the best and a short time constraint. We have a little bit change in our order because Glenn from Empowa here asked to join a meeting afterwards. So Davide took your place and switched to number 14. He was the very first to sign up indeed.
It was easy for me.
Yeah. So we have a little list. We share that now in the chat, so you know when is your turn. We would ask you to stay if you can, just as a matter of courtesy towards the others. We understand that some of you have a meeting afterwards, and we're cool with that. But let's stick together as a community. Davide, while everybody's joining, you've been at the Catalyst Town Hall on Tuesday. What happened?
Last Wednesday. No, I didn't. I wasn't there yesterday because I was really busy with work. So I was a couple of weeks ago. It's going fine. It's going fine. There weren't much more information presented because, as you know, Catalyst is in this core time. What isn't starting now. So, well, what we did as usual is to present past funded proposal that were very interesting and see the closing videos and discuss about that. It was quite a short but concise and helpful town hall.
Wonderful.
Marco.
If you want, you can go further with the slides already.
Yes, we can. Should we read our usual mantra?
If you want to. Yes, why not? It's Catalyst.
Yes.
Now it deserves it to be
exactly
read.
What's more important than that? So usually when we do that, everybody in the room will pronounce one of the lines. Usually I'm the one starting because I'm usually the only Italian in the room, but that you can see there is something for everybody. And also Evangelos, if you want to read our goal once after, because there is a Greek word there.
Yes, of course.
Boaz in the house?
Yes.
Is Boaz in the house?
Both, I saw him there. No, maybe I was confused. Sorry, guys.
Okay, because I learned last time my French pronunciation was really, really bad before, and I want to make up for it, unless there's somebody who's native French.
Yeah, but you know that every non-native French speaker sounds weird to French speakers people, so it's not your fault. Anyway, let's start, guys. Benvenuti all'esperimento.
Les choses peuvent.
Perfect. Gebra.
Fehlende Dokumentation.
Somebody else.
Who is able to speak English?
Differ greatly between iterations.
Good one.
And who's next? Simon.
Disorient, overload, and inspire.
Thank you.
Our goal, provide an asphalt-less and lively environment for you to explore the highest potential de la colaboración humana.
That was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We also have some extra words from our specific European community. It's usually Marcus' duty to read them.
You write it, you read it, right? Keep your notes up to date. I think last week or this week was interesting. And there will be a good reason to keep it up to date very soon. Let's look forward to the release candidate, which we might get an announcement on 4th of July. Try to study or learn something new every day. That's what we're here for. Support and connect with community members for synergies and goals. Be inclusive, friendly, and wise with words, even in anger. Especially think about Catalyst now. Share information without destroying dreams, people, or the reputation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the European Cardano community.
Wonderful job, Marcus, as usual.
Yeah.
So today is a different event. We have a few rules that we should follow, otherwise it becomes a mess. And we don't want to stay here until midnight because you have families in order to do this to attend. So the first rule that everybody has 2 minutes for their pitch. One pitch, 2 minutes.
And there's no presentation. We have
Yes.
a presentation that you have sent will be uploaded on YouTube. It's about you as a founder, and that's what people want to know. And elevator pitches are the best way for investors to see what the founder is actually capable of. We've seen that in the last time, and it was a very great success. People did enjoy it. It was different, and it was fast. And you have something that you can use as a clip and send forward to other investors too. We will stop watch, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If you use the 2.5 minutes, we give a 30-second window for a question or so. So if you want to provide a question or if you want to add something, feel free to do that. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll share the spreadsheet before the videos and proposal later, so don't worry. You will have the easiest possible experience to choose your favorite pitches and vote for the proposal that you like more. Please do so, because everybody needs your help and every vote counts.
Absolutely.
And if you could not attend, don't worry, we will still share your video with our playlist. Thank you.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
let's start.
Wonderful. So the first pitch is us. It's European Cardano community. Sorry for being first here. You are basically our pitch. Thank you for being here. We're lazy on that one. Give your best, because that's what we're trying to do here. It's been a bit struggling for us over the last couple of months. We have a few
maybe more
team changes in between. Derek, aka Quasar, joined us. He's currently on vacation, but we keep on rocking. We keep on building. We are here for you. And thank you to Odyssey DAO. Thank you to Martin in Bulgaria, with the Bulgarian community as well. Thank you for everybody who's starting out with a workshop in person. And we try to do it better even next fund. Yeah, thank you. Anything to add, Davide?
No, I think you did a perfect job as usual. Thank you for being with us, Marcus.
Thank you, man.
So let's start. Who is the first one?
It's Guillaume Lheureux from France with Burgermania.
Guillaume, are you there?
No, not yet. So we skip to Evangelos.
Hello.
Assis from Coffee Monks.
Yes, Coffee Monks. GM Kalimera. So, so I start. Ready to go?
Yep. Few minutes running now.
Yes, I'm Evangelos Karakatsis. I'm from Greece. I'm in the crypto the last 4 years. I was doing it like a side trading and everything. I've done a lot of work, many different works like videography, cooking, barista. I have a bachelor in sport science and sport education, and now I'm studying counseling psychology. After doing all of this, I found out that what I truly want to do, I want to see people happier, you know, interacting with all the people in all of these works. I'm also a singer, I'm playing music. I see people that they want to tell their problems, they want to share what they're thinking. And I felt like, you know, I want to listen to it. If I can help, it's great. So I'm studying psychology now. And at the same time, because I am 100% into crypto, I quit off all of my jobs in real life and I'm only in crypto. I'm part of the Odyssey member DAO also, of the Odyssey Greek DAO. So now I'm launching this project. If we get the proposal on the F12, so please vote for us. We want to give a free psychology session to every person that needs it. You don't have to buy anything. You just can go to a treasury and claim a free psychology session with real psychologists, a platform that you can choose it from there. How this happens? Through a minting system like an NFT and a CNT mechanism. So when you buy an NFT, when somebody buys an NFT, he can have a psychology session and a second psychology session. So 2 psychology sessions. The second one, either you can use it for you, or you can give it to the treasury, or even if you don't want to do any of this, you can just trade it on the market. You go into a DEX and you take these coins that you get with the NFT. So when you mint the NFT, you take the NFT in your wallet and you take the CNT in your wallet. And with this mechanism, we manage to make a treasury that is rotating the liquidity to people.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good pitch. Time is up.
Thank you.
Any quick question? Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Nope. Wonderful.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yes.
How long will the sessions will take, Evangelos?
Yeah, the sessions will be around 50 to 1 hour. Let's say 1 hour minutes, 60 minutes. And you will have your own personal psychologist. And what I would like to add here is that except for giving free psychologists, this project will give also job opportunities. So yesterday I was in the European Town Hall and somebody came to, on the Catalyst Town Hall, and somebody came and said, oh, I'm interested because I'm a psychologist. And I said, okay, you can find work here because on our second proposal, you will be able to, on our second milestone, we need to give open call to all the Cardano community members to come as psychologists if they want.
Got it. Yeah. So second question is what happened after the session, the free session? Because normally treatments takes a little longer. So what happened after that?
Yeah, after the free session, we have made a mechanism that it is, you know, these buy and burn mechanisms. You know what we want to do? We want to make this funny and serious at the same time. So the tokens have buy and burn mechanisms and everything. We elevate this to buy and donate burn mechanisms. So let's say you go to the platform and you buy with either with ADA or with USDM, let's say 5 sessions, for example, $300, doesn't matter. We take this $300 and we take a percentage, let's say $30, 10%, and we take it, we buy our own token and we donate it to the treasury. So when we donate it to the treasury, then whoever claims it, it burns it automatically through the contract. So we take the buy and burn and we elevate it to buy and donate burn. So you still get to be into the Cardano ecosystem. We don't go away from the Cardano ecosystem.
Got it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you. If
Thank
somebody
you.
wants to reach out, do it either via the comments
I have
or
a question.
via Twitter. Yeah.
Very quick. Weren't you living in the Netherlands as well?
I moved out from the Netherlands last year. I used to live in Haarlem. Yeah, I used to live next to Haarlem.
Cool. I also used to live there, but okay.
Yeah.
One other time.
Thank
Glenn,
you.
so it's you. Sorry, I wrote Greg, but yeah. Take it away.
No problem. An opportune time because I live in Harlem. So, presenting from Harlem today. So, yeah, my name is Glenn Jordan. I'm the co-founder of Empowa. And Empowa, we are seeking to address the affordable housing challenge, particularly in emerging markets. Now, as you know, as most people know, housing is becoming a political hot potato across the world. Housing is a massive issue, but in emerging markets, particularly in Africa, it is a much bigger challenge. And the reason for this is very, very simple. The perception is that it's poverty. The reality is it's not poverty. It's the structure of the financial systems. And the structure of the financial systems means that in order to qualify for a housing loan is one product, and that's a mortgage. There isn't another product. And to qualify for a mortgage, you have to have a formal job, you have to have a formal proof of income, and you have to have everything that doesn't exist in emerging markets. Research has demonstrated that between 80 and 90% of income in emerging markets is informal, which means it's not salaried, it's not recorded, it's not coming through banks, so nobody has access to home loans. So what Empowa is seeking to do and to demonstrate is that housing loans can be provided on a rent-to-own kind of basis through alternative distribution mechanisms, because the banks haven't been doing this. So our proposal for this Catalyst Fund is we're working with the Nairobi Stock Exchange to work with them to tokenize these assets. Now, the Nairobi Stock Exchange is one of Africa's largest stock exchanges. Their shareholders include the London Stock Exchange and BlackRock. And part of this is that really to take Cardano and obviously Empowa to the next level, because we have found that if we lead the conversation with blockchain or Cardano or anything like that, there's obviously mixed perceptions, particularly from the traditional financial sector. And what we're seeking to do is demonstrate that we can utilize this kind of product to reduce costs, to provide liquidity, and to fundamentally transform the financial markets with existing players and with credible existing players that can create fundamental transformation in affordable housing finance. So we believe that this could be a fantastic opportunity for Cardano to step into the mainstream, for Empowa to step into the mainstream, and absolutely to create a really big win for crypto and blockchain and Cardano and Empowa. So it's really beneficial for all the community. So we're looking for lots of support.
Wonderful. So I was always I'm taking a question I'm having a question if nobody else wants to step in. Juan, okay, you go first.
No, please go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah. I've been always very interested in what you do. But this is going to an old one. Do the old NFTs still have value if somebody invests in them now? Is that
the old NFTs? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
So you still get some recurring income from that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, that's what I always wanted to understand.
Yeah.
And with
so that was to demonstrate the use of exactly that of NFTs as digital assets, but as representations of real world assets. That's exactly what that was designed to do.
And with going to the stock exchange, you're taking it one step further, basically.
Exactly. Cool. So we worked really hard from the initial pilot project in Mozambique to prove, and the reason we did Mozambique was because, again, this perception of poverty, we wanted to demonstrate that one of the poorest countries in the world could still pay, which we've demonstrated, and we manage the cash flows in terms of the payments, intermittent, informal, they're bunchy, they're not set. A mortgage, you have a deduction, you have your debit order at the 25th of the month, and off it comes. That's not how it works in the emerging markets. So we've structured that, and that provides the cash flow information back. And now we're working with the stock exchange to create the instruments whereby we can invest into that. So it closes that loop.
Beautiful. Thank you. Juan.
Thank you, Marcus. Yes, Glenn, it's a great project. Actually, it feels like I'm home there because that's what I do here in the States. I'm a realtor and I feel the heat everywhere every time someone from the ecosystem wants to do something. They don't have anything on the record, so it's tough. Now, what is the geographic area that you guys cover?
So right, we've initiated it in Africa because that's where I'm from. I'm a Zimbabwe born and bred, and South African by recent history. But it's really interesting because all the stuff we're working on, we're finding more and more requests from developed markets, which to be honest, I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting developing markets, but we're finding even here in the Netherlands, I'm starting to get some questions around how we could utilize what we're doing for developed markets. So I'd be very interested to chat one, because exactly that. I think there is significant opportunity across the board for this kind of product, particularly in co-ownership, co-investment, that kind of stuff. I think it presents a very real opportunity for people to get onto the housing ladder without necessarily qualifying for a mortgage. Because the irony is we expected to, I mean, I'm an immigrant here in the Netherlands. I can't get a mortgage, but I pay rent that's twice the price of a mortgage. That's acceptable. And that's the insanity of the systems that we've got.
I see. Super interesting. Maybe we can be selfish and invite you to a fireside chat in EU Cardano.
Always available. Always available.
Perfect. Saidu, you're next.
He's gone.
He's gone? Okay.
No, please go on. Please go on.
Yeah. If Saidu, then it's Sukuru. Is that correct?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, this is Saidu.
Stage is yours. Oh, Saidu. Super. Saidu, sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Right.
So thanks so much. I currently have lights out, so I can't on my camera, but I hope my voice is clear for
very
hearing.
much.
Yeah,
very much so. You
All
have
right, thank you very much.
time.
So
Stage is yours.
All right, this is Saidu from Ghana, administrator of Cardano Ghana community. Basically, I'm running the activities of the community, responding to community members. And then we have put down a proposal that the Cardano Ghana sub-1694 governance working group. For the rationale behind it, it was that we've just finished running a direct onboarding program. So through the direct onboarding program, that we have seen the initiative for us to have a governance working group, because we realized that a lot of them are not even aware of what we call intercept, but they are members of Cardano since Fund 6. A lot of them are not aware of the direct code of conduct document. So we structured the proposal to be in 3 cohorts. The first is that we are hosting a physical event to engage 100 plus of them on the governance aspect of it, where we will tell them the need, why they should join Intercept, Cardano roadmap at the governance aspect, and how they can participate as directs. Then after, we open application and then look for the more interested and experienced people to establish a working group, which they will also be coming together for our constitutional workshops, possible to be happening in August. Then we'll be having 2 months for the working groups activities. We'll look at proposal writing, how to become a proposal reviewer and all those things, what you should be doing in Catalyst and in Cardano Execution, how you can join the available working groups in Intercept and all those things. And then we'll also embark on educational outreach to get more experienced blockchain users who are not in Cardano. So there will be an educational outreach as the last aspect of this project. And then our team, we are very established. I myself am a member of Intercept MBU. Mohamed Mustafa, who is also a Cardano ambassador, so a key member. Alassane is there, Osman is there, and then one beautiful lady, Fidelia. So the proposal has basically 3 milestones to run for 4 months. And then the funds that we are requesting for is 45,000 ADA, and then we are here to solicit for the support of the community to support us to get this innovative idea into reality. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Any question, guys?
If not, then I have one. How much is Cardano affecting you in Ghana? What are the hopes? Do you see them met somehow, or Is this
Yes.
still a vision?
Yes, no. Currently, I think we are now moving to institutions because through our DREPS onboarding, we encountered two lecturers at the University of Development Studies. So when you look at the ICC candidates, there was one member known as Kamaluddin Musa. He's a lecturer at the University of Development Studies. So he just threw out that application, wanting to know or learn how the governor of Cardano is there. So we are now currently moving to the institution for institutional adoption, whereby we possibly get them to run some of the blockchain related to Cardano in Ghana here. So there's more hope with regards to our onboarding and then impact.
Perfect. So with a vote for your proposal, you're actually changing something that really matters.
Yeah.
Loving to hear that.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Sorry, I was listening so hard that I forgot to announce the next one. Tim, you'd be next. Tim O'Brien. No, then it's Darlington. I know you here. Oh, it's Shukuru. Sorry, I skipped one. Sorry. I'm a bit confused, but people know that.
Things may break, guys.
Yeah.
Shukuru, are you there?
Yes,
Honor.
I'm here.
Oh, it's Honor.
Hey.
There you
I
go.
am
Welcome.
here. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome here.
Yeah.
Stage
Thank
is
you.
yours.
What?
Stage is yours.
You have 2 minutes to present.
Take it away.
But I don't know many things in English. I ask you if you can let me present you in French.
Yes, absolutely. There are people who speak French. My French is bad, but it doesn't matter. It's about you. There's a huge French community. So take it away. And probably somebody who speaks French could have a question. I don't know. So the stage is yours.
Ok, thank you. Oui, notre projet parle à propos de Cardano à Bukavu, expansion de Cardano Blockchain Community. Nous avons remarqué que dans la ville de Bukavu, il y a un problème qui est lié à l'absence de clubs Cardano dans cette ville. Parce que moi, c'est Choukour Mouyakazi Honoré, mais je suis un fruit de Goma Dahabe. J'ai été formé dans leur programme de onboarding programme. Maintenant, après avoir reçu la formation, nous avons vu qu'il fallait qu'on puisse amener cette technologie de Cardano en dehors de la ville de Goma. C'est ainsi qu'on a pensé de créer un club à Bukavu pour amener cette nouvelle technologie parce qu'on a remarqué que dans cette ville, il n'y a pas de club qui parle à propos de la technologie Cardano. Maintenant, ayant remarqué ce problème, nous nous sommes fixés, nous avons eu l'honneur de penser à ça. Description du projet. Dans la ville de Bukavu, la population ignore l'existence de la blockchain Cardano et il manque un club Cardano afin d'intégrer de nouveaux membres dans l'écosystème Cardano. Notre solution consiste à créer un club Cardano dans la ville de Bukavu afin d'intégrer de nouveaux membres dans l'écosystème Cardano à travers la transmission de connaissances sur la blockchain Cardano. Impact du projet sur l'écosystème Cardano. La création d'un club Cardano dans la ville de Bukavu aura un impact positif et remarquable sur le développement et l'épanouissement de l'écosystème Cardano, car la présence de ce club dans l'environnement contribuera à inciter les étudiants de la ville de Bukavu à s'intégrer dans la blockchain Cardano, augmenter les cas d'utilisation de solutions Cardano et de nouvelles technologies, promouvoir le développement de Cardano ainsi que la gouvernance décentralisée au sein de la blockchain, contribuer à la croissance économique de la blockchain Cardano. Et le coût total de notre projet est de 38 689 EDA. Alors, c'est un peu de mon ce qu'on a prévu en réseau de parler. Je ne sais pas si je n'ai pas encore dépassé les temps. Est-ce que je n'ai pas encore dépassé le temps?
No, no. If you have, quand vous avez une autre part de question ou temps pour une question, vous pouvez utiliser ce temps pour ça ou vous continuez avec votre proposal. Proposal? Voilà. C'est à vous.
Merci. Et
Pardon.
alors, avec la confiance qu'on a, nous voulons travailler en collaboration avec Goma Dahab Junior, Goma Dahab, pour arriver à bien mettre en action notre projet. Et ce qui explique la faisabilité de ce projet et que l'on a déjà compris, la technologie Cardano et maintenant on veut la porter, on veut amener cette technologie, ces nouvelles connaissances qu'on a apprises dans Goma Dahab, on veut amener ça dans la ville de Bukavu pour voir si Cardano peut gagner assez de membres qui puissent utiliser la technologie Cardano. Et maintenant, pour que ce projet puisse bien être réalisé, nous allons collaborer avec les membres de Goma Dahab et qui ont des expériences dans ce domaine. Mais nous autres aussi, nous avons déjà des connaissances sur ça. Et nous allons aussi, pour que tout puisse se passer au clair et dans la transparence, nous allons essayer de créer des moyens qui nous permettront de partager avec la communauté Cardano au fur et à mesure que notre projet sera en train d'évoluer. Et alors, comme nous sommes de nouveau, vraiment, nous avons besoin de soutien parce que nos membres ont besoin d'être encouragés aussi à travers la réalisation des actions. Et si nous serons vraiment financés pour réaliser ce projet, cela va nous permettre aussi d'encourager les membres qui font partie de notre groupe parce que nous sommes actuellement appelés comme ADAHB Junior, mais nous sommes en train d'étudier les paramètres, de voir comment on peut avoir un nom particulier à nous et aller renforcer ça avec la création de ce club à Bukavu. En peu de mots, nous vous remercions et s'il y a des questions, c'est à vous alors de nous poser ces questions pour comprendre beaucoup plus de ce que nous allons faire pour réaliser ce projet. Merci.
Merci à vous.
Merci aussi.
Next one would be Tim, because we skipped the question part for the extra explanation. And if Tim is not here, then it would be finally Darlington. I think it's Darlington then. Okay. Do you speak French, by the way?
Moi?
Yeah.
Bon. Probablement même comme toi.
It sounded already better.
Je suis le seul qui comprend le français.
Je comprends un peu, je comprends mieux que je parlais. Je suis en Abidjan maintenant, alors pratiquer chaque jour.
Oh, c'est compliqué alors. C'est nous qui devons alors apprendre l'anglais parce que c'est nous qui perdons alors.
C'est vrai, c'est vrai. Okay. Is it okay if I share my screen?
No, we don't do screen shares. It's a two-minute elevator pitch, and we put everything in a list, then in a playlist together. So it's about you, and it's about why you're doing this. And I mean, yeah, I think this shouldn't be a problem for you. I admire what you do, so that's that. I mean,
Okay, no, that sounds good. I can get started.
Yes.
So you might know me, maybe not. I'm Darlington with Lido Nation. That name might be familiar or synonymous with Project Catalyst Data. We're actually working right now to get the live streaming data for Fund 12, so stand by for that. Besides the Catalyst numbers, Lido Nation does a lot of other things. We currently have a Learn to Earn program for Swahili speakers, where we will be we'll be trying to teach people that speak Swahili about 40 different items about Cardano. For about 1,000 people that will be incentivized. The Lido Nation Catalyst tool also has a draft ballot functionality where you can go in and have an interface that treat the voting like a budget that you have to make and assign different proposals to try to fill up the entire 46 point something million budget total. And then of course, probably the most used part of the site is the proposals tool, where you can search for proposals and filter, and you can even download those spreadsheets. For Fund 12, there is a proposal on the ballot to just type in catalystexplorer.com. This URL doesn't exist yet, but if the proposal is funded, it will allow us to open source all the stuff we've been doing, move it away from Lido Nation, because Lido Nation is just getting too big. And there's so many different links just for Catalyst, and everything will be open source. It will become a community project. And we have all the Jormungandr sidechain data, or the voting data. We will be bringing those into the new project, as well as bringing a lot more self-serving metrics. 2 minutes.
Wonderful. If you want to have questions, we can open that now. If you want to have another 30 seconds, just go on. Anybody has questions? Yeah.
Well, what's the hey Darlington, it's Newman. What's the ask? And is it just a general funding for Lido Nation, or a specific project?
It is specifically for catalystexplorer.com. The proposal is catalystexplorer.com for Project Catalyst research, acceleration, and analysis. So the ask is specifically to fund the open source work, fund the migration, and then add 2 big new functionality, the analytics, and then bringing in a Jormungandr Explorer.
Oh, you're touching on the old one, guy. Pretty awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So we expect great things from you. And I'm sure you meet them. Thank you. Thank you so much. And also feel welcome at EU Cardano. Everybody's here. Feel welcome to join one of our fireside chats. But I think it would be interesting for those who don't know you and Cardano over coffee or whatever you do. There's a lot that you do. Hop onto EU Cardano if you want to one of our fireside chats and talk about it and share your opinion on things and yeah, get known to our public. But most of them know you anyway.
When is the fireside chat today, or when is that usually?
Every second Thursday.
Next week, every second Thursday, 18:30 CET. So that's about this time, just half an hour later.
Okay, great.
I can write you an X as well, or we can write you an X.
Yeah,
that's not a problem.
Yeah, that would be, and I can just add it to my calendar. I probably won't come every week, but at least if I see it, then I will be able to join some of them.
Absolutely, and you also can hop in as a guest speaker and talk about what is important for you at the moment. It's like it's a mixed platform. Newman, your time.
All right, here we go.
Welcome.
This is for 16K ADA for an open study group for governance and collaboration topics. And maybe you felt like this before. I simply didn't want to go to this meeting, and my attitude was crap, and I looked around at all my friends there, and I wrote down on my notepad, no new ideas, don't rock the boat. Do you feel that meetings and groups are always rushed or never getting things done, never getting to innovate in a meaningful way, that working together is a hindrance rather than a help? This project addresses that feeling. It's in the open ecosystem. It's called Organizational Habits and Principles, Governance and Collaboration Study Group. My name is Newman Lanier. I'm the main applicant, but it's a collaborative effort with the Odin community. Here's the thing. Too many people are burnt out, stressed out, and not building their killer apps. We suffer, Cardano suffers. Here's what we do. We have an innovative and simple approach to learning how to collaborate and how to do governance. Our proposal is for a funded peer-to-peer study group. And basically, it's a paid facilitator who convenes a structured meeting each week, and then community members are paid to research and explain governance and collaboration topics. The project total budget is just 16K, and each presenter gets 100 ADA for each topic, and each facilitator gets 100 ADA for each topic. And there are 3 other compensated positions, a project administrator, a catalyst administrator, and a social media campaign builder. We're not, the problem we're solving is that we're not trained to work in distributed groups. The good news is that we can learn, and you can learn it very quickly and easily. We follow the S3 Sociocracy 3 patterns, and it's open to everyone. It compensates you with small amounts of ADA, and ultimately building a resource for others to follow. So please ask questions, share your thoughts, look for us by searching study group on Fund 12. Thank you.
Wonderful job.
Well, thank you, Marcus. No, Mas, it is a great privilege for me to have a comment about your proposal. I think Open Decentralized Innovation Network, ODIN, that's what it's doing. It's propagating ways to educate us in how effective ways to communicate. And I am big in communication, not because I'm good, because I'm really bad, and I'm looking forward to improve. So I know that that's going to help me. So my question to you, Norman, is how, what about other languages? How integrated is going to be the project with other languages?
This is something, because it's an open and decentralized thing, we can make the, perhaps, if enough Spanish speakers, French speakers, Swahili speakers wanted to come on and do a thing. It's one of the latent or sort of nascent sort of parts of the project, is that we are going to practice these decentralized governance and collaboration techniques while we go through the project. So it certainly would be open for different languages.
Yeah, count on me for Spanish.
There you go. Yeah, I would love to. I think it's so important that if we want to be inclusive and if we want to be a worldwide financial system, is that we have to get to the other languages, other time zones, other ways of doing it. So, yeah.
Thank you. And we will learn from you how you handle this with the multiple languages. The thing that we learned so far is, as with Honor before, it's not only the guys who are in the room who are speaking, but those who are watching the videos later who do speak the languages that we cannot cover. That is one learning that we took from our last lesson, and that helped us a lot.
And the real, yeah, and just to follow that up, the real value is in the researching and presenting. So we don't, the peer-to-peerness is that someone takes on and they become an expert in this topic, and that's the value. It's not necessarily that the others understand and get it. It is a secondary and important value, but it's really important for the researcher to be compensated, incentivized to research a topic that they would have some type of interest or passion about, and then deliver it. That's the value. So being understood is important, but actually communicating it is even more important in my mind.
Totally agree. Last question. You mentioned Odin community. What is that?
Yep. Juan just referenced it. It's the Open Decentralized Innovation Network. It's founded by a group of sort of Project Catalyst community members, generally headed by Nori and myself, who else there? And Juan is there. We have community meetings monthly and these study group meetings weekly. It hasn't been an ongoing project since for maybe over a year now.
Feel invited also, right? Maybe we can extend your reach.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it is a network of networks. So we definitely want to, and that's why I jumped at the chance, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining. John, you're next from the identity space.
Yes, hello everyone. Can you hear me
Hey.
okay?
Yep, a little bit quiet in comparison. Maybe it's my computer.
No, it might be me. Is this any better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, I will speak up. I'm going to paste. Okay, I just pasted something in the chat that's a link to our Fund 12 proposal. There's also a demo video there as well, but I'll talk everyone through what we're building. The cSign team is also here, so we can answer questions as well. We are building cSign, which is a way to sign, certify, and verify agreements on Cardano using self-sovereign identity, specifically Identis, which is what Atala Prism has been rebranded as. So Atala Prism, you may have heard of that as IOG's SSI application, and that is now part of the Hyperledger project, and it's been rebranded as Identis. We have been working on cSign for about a year now, and have a working version, which is linked in the proposal. And for the proposal, we are in the MVP category, and we have a bunch of new features that we're building, as well as we'll be able to go to mainnet with your support. So I'll explain a little bit more about cSign. It is an agreement signing system, much like other agreement signing systems that you may have used. But in the news recently, you may have also heard that some of these platforms have been hacked and data has been leaked. And of course, this is a problem with most web infrastructure and tools. And we are out to build a completely private agreement signing platform in which your data can never be leaked. And with cSign, everything is private because of SSI. So for example, you create an account and you upload an agreement and you invite signers, and those signers can sign your agreement. And even when you even when it ends up on chain, there is nothing on chain that can ever actually reveal your identity. And all agreements are encrypted end-to-end and peer-to-peer. So if someone were to hack cSign, for example, none of your data could ever be leaked. Everything is encrypted with your keys, and we can't even read any of your stuff, nor do we want to. So that is sort of our high-level goal with cSign.
Thank you. You're actually already on time.
Okay,
if you want to take questions, now is the time. Otherwise, you have another 30 seconds to present.
Sure.
Anybody has questions?
Yeah, I may have a question, John. What is the geographic area that you are going to be working with the project?
So we are open worldwide, obviously. Our team, I'm in California, Matthew is in New Jersey, Roberto, our lead engineer, is in Chile, and our UX designer is in Berlin. So our team is worldwide, and the product is open worldwide.
Super. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, John. Great project.
Question. The agreement part of things, I guess, is maybe two questions. The agreement part of how do the agreements, are you going to cover loading the agreements and drafting the agreements, or how does that get handled?
Yes, so right now when you upload an agreement, it's encrypted end to end. So it's encrypted on your side, and it's encrypted on server, and the keys, the encryption decryption keys, are actually passed via another protocol. And so it is completely secure and private. And the signer can also download it. So it's so seamless that you don't really know any of that's happening, but only the creator and the signers can view the agreement, and you can download it and view it like a normal document.
So you'd be able to view it like in the browser, in like through your application, or you know how when you like usually when I've signed things, I get an email to say, hey, you need to sign this thing. I click on it, I see the thing.
Correct.
And then I sign. Is that the similar experience?
Right now in cSign, you download the agreement, you read it, and your signature is actually with your fingerprint. So for example, on a Mac, I use Touch ID, or if it's a mobile web, you're using Face ID. And so the signature ends up as a verifiable credential in SSI terminology. And it's actually stronger than sort of a cursive signature. So you read the document, maybe you go have versions of it, and when everybody agrees, they sort of use biometrics and sign that way, and the actual signature is encoded in a verifiable credential and a DID document. And the hash of that DID document is the only thing that ends up on chain with your public keys. And those keys are rotated, so there's no way to tie that back to your identity directly, but it's still verifiable cryptographically.
For the Atala stuff, I thought IOG deprecated / donated Atala.
Yes, it's donated to Hyperledger, so now it lives on as rebranded as Identis, and it's a Hyperledger open source project. And we've been working with Identis for over a year now from their private beta, and now it's publicly available, and we're very involved in that community as well.
And you will see that most of the team is still there. It's been extended a little bit, and it's very active. And you can see one of our fireside chats. I'll find the link during the next presentation. Daniel, you're next, by the way, where John also talked a little bit about cSign. It's been an identity chat, and it's pretty cool what they're doing. So yeah, I'll post the link. Daniel, you're next.
Hi.
John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Daniel.
You're
Nice to have you
welcome.
here.
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Daniel, and I am a Cardano ambassador, and also the program manager for the Catalyst African Town Hall. Today, I'm here to present a very social impactful project. It's an artificial intelligence powered app for currency detection for the visually impaired people. So this application is a mobile app that's going to help the visually impaired to detect currency. It's about time that we have projects that will also have a social impact in our community and then the disabled. So I thought it's wise to develop an app with my team that is going to help these people, because now we are able people, but we don't know what will happen to us, that we find ourselves at the other side of life, that we also need this app that we are able to develop. The project that we are developing now might help another people, but in the years to come, we might not know what will happen in life. So this will go a very long way to help the visually impaired people to detect money. So it's going to make good use of text-to-speech and then the image processing to help them to detect money in, let's say, going to the supermarket, doing transaction, exchanging money. So the version 1 is going to focus on fiat currency. And then later in version 2, we see how we are going to embed a blockchain on it, trading crypto on it and other platforms. So this project is requesting for 50,000 ADA, and it's a 6 months project, and it will go a very long way for us because Project Catalyst also have interest in social impact and positive aspects. So it's all about inclusivity and then involving the disabled people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dan. 2 questions. The first one is probably because I didn't hear it because I was searching for the link. Do you have a device that you are developing with that? And the second question, hopefully you can accept our apology for not having been at your town hall yet.
Very true.
We will change that.
Okay. Okay, apology accepted. So what we are doing is that this app will be available on the Play Store. So anybody at all, when we finish it, it's going to be on Play Store. We are going to also make publicity about it, go to the social homes and the disabled communities and other places, and then help them install it on their phones. Then take them through the tutorial. It's going to use a space. So anything you want to do with the app, you're going to speak to it, and then it will be what you want to do. Then activate the camera, put the money under the camera, and then it will just capture it and pronounce the denomination that you are having with you. Is going to go a very long way and then help the society. So the name of the proposal is Artificial Intelligence Powered App for Currency Detection for the Visually Impaired. So please show some love for this project and vote yes for us. And we'll come back and then tell you the impact that we have had on the society with this project.
Oh, can you share one insight for developers in Africa? Which devices are you targeting? So because in developed countries, most probably everybody is targeting the high-end product, like the newest iPhone or the newest Google Pixel or the newest, I don't know, Samsung. Which device are you?
So the most common phone operating system in Africa is the Android phone, because it's very affordable for everyone at the moment. So we'll focus on the Android first, then later on try to see how we can integrate it on the iOS as well. But the majority of the people in Africa use the Android. It's just few people that have the iPhone. However, that shouldn't stop us from having two versions. So we'll do the Android first, then work on the iOS as well.
Thank you for the insight. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
I've shared the link into the chat as well.
Yeah, and we have it below as well. Anyway, we have it below the video, which will be available
on YouTube. Yeah.
Christian, finally meeting you.
Yeah, indeed, after so long.
Yeah. Christian Rojas.
I saw him in the call.
Yeah.
Hola, hola chicos, ¿me escuchan?
Yeah, you're there. Yeah. Hi, Christian. Nice to see you. You're muted anyway.
Do you want
technical issues?
to for a second? Yeah, Christian needs another minute, I think. Then it's, I can't pronounce this guy's name. Davide.
Who is that guy? I don't know. I don't know. So let me change my background so we don't get confused, because I'm here to talk about my personal proposal this time. I didn't prepare any pitch, neither a video, because I was really undercover with work in the last few weeks. But anyway, I'm Davide. I'm one of the core team members of the European Cardano community, as you saw, and I'm a game developer. My main time during the day, or at least that's what I would like to achieve. In the last two Catalyst proposal, I proposed a game that I really want to finish, but unfortunately didn't pass neither of the two rounds. But that gave me a lot of experience in game developing and understanding how Cardano is really the ideal chain for Web3 game developers, mostly for indie games ones. Because thank you to the capabilities of Cardano, mostly the multi-asset ledger, it's possible to achieve many results without even the need to deploy smart contracts. And that is a very big barrier for game developers that get in our community, maybe trying to do something, and in other blockchains that is really another things to pass by. So there are some different tools for Cardano for accessing the wallets and check for the assets, BlockFrost, of course, but NMKR provides a lot of functionality. It allows to read your wallet, to check for your assets, to deploy them in your game, but also to mint your assets. So it opens a new way of accessing the Web3 world for the developers that can now easily integrate their things in their games. I'm now trying to provide a very easy plugin for the Godot game engine, which is an open source project just like Cardano. That's why it attracts a lot of indie game developers in Italy, and it will be as easy as possible to use, very well documented with the internal documentation system of Godot. And with that, I also deploy several different applications just to test out the framework to see how to use it, and also between them a full game, so that everybody can have exactly references about how to build stuff and how to use the plugin. I think that games are a very important task to achieve, to drive adoptions, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and there are a lot of more money moving there and a lot of attention in this industry. And with Cardano's capabilities, we can really drive a lot of people in our chain and make it grow as bigger as possible.
Thank you, Davide.
You're very welcome, my friend.
If nobody has questions, I would have one.
Yeah, please.
So you're basically creating a game as kind of a documentation scheme?
Yeah, I mean, creating between the three applications, there will be this game that is not, of course, a bigger one, because the project is supposed to be completed in 4 months. But it will show a lot of the mechanics that game developers can use. So how to access the wallet, how to read the game assets, how to mint new game assets in the game, all the stuff that can be useful for developing a bigger game for real purposes.
Because I find this concept quite clever and smart. I just see my son diving into Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you remember that series?
I'm too old for that, but I know what it is. Yes,
it's the same thing. It's similar to what is the other Pokemon?
Okay.
Yes. So basically, they used the series to explain the game and to explain different strategies. I love the idea. I hate that he's watching that, but yeah, it's interesting. Simon, you have a question. Sorry. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, so why are games good for innovation?
Because there is a lot of different areas that are covered by game. Is by first a multi-sectorial form of art. So there is a lot of task in building the story for a game. There are the graphics, of course. There is the music, the background animation. So there is a lot of innovation that can drive from this kind of different mental attitude. And also there is a lot of people that are already building games outside our chain that can just see different business models that are possible with that. Because one of the other problems we have as game developers are the platforms that are distributing the games. You know, for example, there is Steam, there is the Epic game store, but the big problem there is that they take, basically you own the right to install the game and to play it if you have on those platforms, but you are not owning the game. You can not leave those platforms and play the game anyway. So there is a different, and also they take a very big part of the profit, because they take like 30% of each sale. So there is a little, really a new world to explore for developers in this way.
Thank you. Mohammed, depending on how you pronounce it. You're next.
Yeah. Can you? Hi, Marcus. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah. So this is Mohammed Mustafa Yaku from Ghana. I am a Cardano ambassador in charge of Meetup organizing. I joined the ambassador program in 2022, December, and I'm also the co-founder of the Cardano Ghana community. So we take inspiration so much from the EU Cardano community, because we thought it wise to start a very resilient local community of Cardano enthusiasts in Ghana, in order to have a very close interactions where we can share content locally to the understanding and comprehension of our local community. So we submitted a proposal which was Cardano Ghana community, and it got funded in Fontaine, and the community was launched in November 2023. And today, as at the launch, we had about 50 membership, but today we have about 330 people that are onto the Cardano Ghana community. But the challenge here is that we don't have developers, and knowing Cardano as one of the third generation blockchain, we thought it wise to try and get some number of developers on board. so that these people will be able to work on certain things. I mean, just a simple website is something that we will need for ourselves as a Cardano Ghana community. And of course, some other community projects or some other members projects that are running on the Cardano ecosystem. So we just thought it was to bring in, engage some tech hubs in Ghana. And the proposal is Cardano Ghana developer and tech hubs onboarding. So where we want to interact and engage with 3 major tech hubs in Ghana, such as Hopin Academy, Hyperspace in Kumasi, as well as Ghana Tech Lab in Accra. So we are targeting 50 developers from each of these 3 tech hubs in order to onboard them into the ecosystem so that we can work closely with them. We can engage them in our local projects in order to accelerate and incubate some of our local projects so that we can even, autonomously operate aside, Catalyst funding, Cardano Foundation interferences. And of course, knowing that we are here, we are zooming into the governance stage. There's a need for us to be more independent in terms of sustaining our own initiative. So that's what we want to do as a Cardano, Ghana community. Yeah. So it's just going to be about a 3-month project where we just go through the tech hubs, talk with them, sit down with the co-founders and the managers of the hubs. Then we run some workshops to educate these people about Cardano, the Cardano Project Catalyst, how they can participate, set up their wallets and all that. And then we invite them to our Telegram community. And then we take the conversation going, basically. So I work with a team of 5 people. Sadie, who presented earlier, Honduras is one of them. And I work closely with Cardano, Nana Safo, we have Fidelia, and we have Osman and Adam, who are working closely with me in terms of ensuring that we divide our responsibilities so that we can maximize the impact of our initiative. So basically, that's what we want to do. Thank you so much for having me.
Best of luck. Best of luck.
Really.
Thank you, Marcus.
So
yeah.
That's great. 350 guys in the community. That's impressive. That's great. That's really good. So kudos. Absolutely. Yeah. And we also have to reconnect, and we apologize for not having been there. We've been very much into our things now, but we definitely need to connect and also feel invited. Everybody, as I said before, feel invited to join any of our fireside chats. And if you want to present or speak about your community, your project, feel invited. Does somebody have a question to Mohammed? Otherwise, I have just I see how active you are and how often you are doing your workshops. That's pretty good. So I think if you support that proposal, you're supporting a very active community that is growing like crazy. And it's like a role model that we can look at, because as much as we are active, these workshops that the guys are doing, that's a good thing.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Projects there are,
thanks for the platform. Yeah, thanks for this platform. Makes us connect. Harness each other's potentials and grow together. As Cardano enthusiasts. Thanks.
That's for sure, but not also that, because there is so many projects from Ghana also today. So they are a very expanding community with a lot of ideas, and you deserve all the luck for this ground.
Thank you.
Simon, you're next. Did you leave?
No, I saw him before, just a second ago.
I'm here.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Welcome,
Hello.
Simon.
Thank you for having me. I'm going to talk about cPoker development, or cPoker.io. And I'm sorry, the question earlier to David was a bit self-serving, because this is also a game, right?
Yes.
And our biggest point about this game is innovation, because we think that games drive a lot of innovation, and poker is the perfect game for that, because it inherently uses money, and we're all on the Cardano blockchain, right? So one of the innovations that we're driving is we're using IoT sponsored papers that we're working from. We use CK proofs. And in general, decentralized computation is one of the hardest disciplines in computer science. But there's a lot of other reasons as well that we're doing this. We think that blockchain has, brought this promise of decentralization for different depths, and hopefully poker is just the beginning. Yeah, I think especially on decentralization, there's this issue of servers, clients connecting to servers, and the servers controlling everything, like with Google and Facebook and so on.
Yeah.
And for the end, let me just ask real quick, is anyone here playing poker or has played poker?
Yeah.
Well, a few at least. So yeah, there's 2 points I want to point out for poker players, because in the past we had problems with poker providers with custodialship. Our solution is going to be non-custodial. So you have your money in your wallet or in the smart contract. In traditional poker sites, you put the money into the bank account of the provider, and in the past they would, gamble it away in the stock market. Or yeah, and the second point is we're serverless. So clients connect to clients. There's servers in between, obviously, but just like on the internet, when you connect to Google, the servers in between, they can't read what's happening on there. So in the past, with traditional poker players, poker websites, the servers would handle everything. They would handle the card dealing, the shuffling. You could, super users on the website could see the cards of every player. And this actually happened. So there's been cases of super users on those sites manipulating the games, and this can't happen on our platform. Thank you.
Martin, just jump in the conversation. I also have 2 things.
Yeah, please.
How can you ensure that the card dealing is random? Do you have a system for that?
Yes, with advanced cryptography, we make sure that basically every player shuffles the deck. So I shuffle the deck, encrypt it, then I send it to the next player. He shuffles the deck, encrypts it, and so on. And since every player shuffled the deck, they need to, through complex algorithms, they need to hand out the keys to the players, to different players, so they can see their own cards, or you can see the whole cards if just everyone provides the keys, right? From those cards. And there's a bunch of different problems that we're solving with that. It's actually a very interesting problem.
I have a correction with my poker. I just play with my kids for fun, just to train them. Like I was trained back then, but I'm not a good poker player. My other question is regarding Redis, because I always found that very interesting, that part. And this is one of the backbones of your application, if I remember correctly. My question is Redis, from a standpoint of a development part, is it that part that we would use after input endorsers, or would you see that as a potential replacement? Because from what I understand from input endorsers, that would be the step before the on-chain, and the Redis is when it's already on-chain, you have a state channel that you can query instead of the blockchain directly.
I'm not familiar with input endorsers, but yeah, basically it is state channels of off-chain computation, right? So what we're using it for is so we don't have to sign every transaction on the chain, because that would be like, imagine 100 tables running simultaneously. It would be a lot of transactions. We're putting them together in state channels and verifying that everything runs correctly and is confirmed.
Perfect, thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, fantastic. Nice.
Martin, you're next, and I think Redis will have a good future.
Yes.
And good luck with cPoker as well. Sorry. Sorry.
Hi guys, I'm here from the Netherlands. I heard there's some other people also. Maybe nice to connect sometime.
Are you
Yes.
able to turn on your camera, Martin, or are you?
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Sorry.
No worries. Everybody else who has time and is brave enough, please turn on your camera. It's just a bit nicer.
I'm an industrial designer working on Cardano for my company M2 Tech. I have considerable experience in designing and building payment devices and bringing them to market, including other devices as well. I'm working on open hardware and streamlining the transaction building process. I work a lot with the Game Changer wallet, and I like how it works because of the way it's described, the transaction with JSON. And that way it's very compatible with JavaScript and the web way of building. So we would like to make all processes as close to one click as possible. And I'm working with Adriano, the main developer, and he living in Argentina. So there's some very interesting developments there with the new president, making some things more easy. I have some experience in previous proposals where I sent products to Argentina, and that's very hard to do import, export there. So it would be nice to see that improve. There's some proposals in the works, so very interesting. Really jumping on, yeah, wanting to do more there. I have actually 4 proposals, things that we are working on currently, and yeah, we would like to have support on, but they're ongoing. We have a Totem onboarding device. It is a device to exchange fiat to Cardano blockchain tokens. But it's an open platform, and we are willing to work with other wallet providers like Eternal or Vesper. Maybe somebody has some connections there. It would be nice to just have something where you can onboard people on a local level to the blockchain and not be as dependent on centralized exchanges. Main focus now is the Dandelion backend services, also a proposal. That is the main services Game Changer depends on to do transaction information. But it's very useful for other projects as well. It uses GraphQL, DBSync, coils. So we're also making that very easy to install in a convenient way to connect with it with ngrok. So also
thank you, Martin.
Working toward that one-click thing.
Do you want to have another 30 seconds, or do you want to take questions?
Am I through?
Yes, you would be. Time passes by.
Oh, so quick. Well, I have 2 others: Inception, EDA, and Education Game Changer, but don't need 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can use them. You can use them as well. Otherwise, questions. My hint is there is a fireside chat with Martin. I post the link in a second, and yeah, have a look at this one and reach out to Martin Evangelos from CCV, right? You've got the flash in the background. I just saw that. Crypto Capital Venture.
Yeah, it was just a light I found. I just put that. Yeah, so I want to ask you, Martin, is it possible, I just want to fully understand, for you to make a payment system, let's say, for example, somebody goes into a cafeteria to buy coffee and pays with Cardano instead of fiat? Is this possible through your things that you're building?
Yeah, in previous funding rounds, I've been funded in Fund 3 or Fund 5 for a payment device, and that works. Only yeah, we had a lot of work to do on the back end for a Game Changer because it's a little bit more complicated than it can do smart contracts, and it's almost a complete language. So we are very close to finishing that. So yeah, that was the stability issues we would have liked to address first, but making also backend services more distributed and easily available. Yeah, Cardano it takes 20 seconds to do a payment. So that's where our next focus is to work on sidechains. And yeah, we have a testing setup in Dandelion services as well for that. So you can have a local testnet. And also we have we had an interview with ZK Fold, and that's also a sidechain project, which we could integrate in Game Changer, or could be used as a sidechain for fast payments. So it's a little ways off, but yeah, we're making steps.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm asking because on the phase 2 of my project, if when we complete the phase 1, on the phase 2, I have a reward system for each one that buys something in real life or in digital life, then they get rewarded on the token. So if you could, if we could connect with some way in the next 2 years to make it happen or not.
Yeah.
I can drop my handle here on the Twitter. So if you want, you can follow me there.
Good. Yeah, you have my. I'm easy to find, I think.
This is happening every time. Every time Martin is in one of our shows, people run to him. Hey, can we connect? Can we connect? Yeah. That's great.
Exactly. So you are welcome to return back, Martin, if you want to have another space in our.
Yeah, I need to do more, but yeah, development takes time. Doing videos takes time. It's hard to balance.
We have a little problem. Thank you for everybody who was here with us. Of a time issue. As you've seen in the chat, Mohammed would have 2 other proposals and they're having an outage with low batteries. Eric, you'd be next. Would it be okay for you to give 2.5 minutes to Mohammed to present both of his proposals?
Hola, chicos.
Hey.
Yeah. So thanks very much for that. In fact, I'm just, trying to survive on my last minute battery. Nanasafo is here. He's actually going to do one of our ideas, and then we do the last one, and that'll be it, please. Just summaries. Nanasafo, please.
Just summarize both together, and then it'll be good. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here. So my name is Nanasafo, and I've been a project catalyst veteran since Fund 3 actually, and. Like Mohammed has already said, all we are looking to do is actually expand the Cardano Ghana community, which was officially launched in November 2023. Up until now, we can confidently say that we have engaged more than 500 students and tech enthusiasts with our initial event that we actually got funded for. And now we are looking to expand even further. So we're looking to actually engage extra 500 people, either being university students or tech enthusiasts by December 2024. So, and that is basically the reason why we have this project in Fund 12. And we hope that this project, if funded, hopefully will help us be able to visit different universities in different regions to be able to engage with the university students over there and then try and onboard them as well. And then with the Cardano Ghana campus expansion to we are looking forward to, in as much as we get to onboard some of these students, we also get a chance to, engage some tech enthusiasts and, other professionals who are probably interested in, blockchain activity, but probably have not had a chance to actually engage with Cardano's initiatives. So in a nutshell, we are just looking forward to, expanding even further and broadening our wings such that the community becomes very vibrant and very solid. And as far as sustainability is also concerned, we also look at bringing these people on so that at least we're able to put ideas together. And then if there are any ways of actually raising funds to implement these ideas and all, we get to do it together. So yeah, it is not much of a big deal. We just want to grow the community. And also, whilst we are growing the community, obviously it is going to really the impact on the Cardano community because we are going to see a lot of people actually participating in the ecosystem activities. And, it is going to help all of us. So yeah, I think that is why basically why we are here, just to, I mean, you know, help with the adoption and then the expansion of the Cardano community at large. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Quick, dirty, clean summary of both proposals. Thank you so much, and hope you can stay a little bit more until the battery dies. And best of luck, and great that you have the education
Sure.
on your mind. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. You're next. Eric?
Eric?
Hola, hola, hola.
Hey, hi Eric, welcome.
Hola chicos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Miren, les comento, mi inglés todavía no es muy fluido. No sé si me den oportunidad de presentar en español o gustan que les ponga un video de 1 minuto de mi presentación en inglés.
No, es bien en español.
Es lo que les comentaba, les puedo presentar un video de 1 minuto en inglés.
No.
No video, sorry. Those are not allowed.
Claro, es bien de hablar en español.
Perfecto. Pues miren, el proyecto se llama ADAthlon. Es mi colega Víctor Hernández y su servidor. Estamos haciendo esta presentación para el ecosistema. Consiste en una carrera de 8 kilómetros para incluir a la comunidad atleta en México, en la capital de México, que es Ciudad de México, CDMX. Vamos a contar con la participación de más de 500 atletas, tomando en cuenta la disciplina que tienen los atletas y la comunidad de Cardano. Creo que van a encajar muy bien. Vamos a darle seguimiento para que puedan participar estos 500 atletas. Van a tener que crear una wallet en Cardano para poder descargar un NFT, que ese NFT va a ser su boleto de registro para poder participar en el ADAthlon. Como les comentaba, vamos a dar difusión a este evento y pues esperamos contar con el apoyo. Yo creo que es una oportunidad para unir a estas dos comunidades, que es la atleta y Cardano, para poder juntos trabajar y fortalecer el ecosistema. También le vamos a dar continuidad mediante redes sociales, en canales de Telegram, para que podamos darle una integración completa a todos estos atletas dentro del ecosistema Cardano. Les voy a dejar el link del enlace a nuestra propuesta y también el link del video que va a estar en Twitter. Y pues sigo practicando mi inglés. Ojalá en la próxima reunión ya pueda empezar a hablar más en inglés para poderme dar a entender más con ustedes, chicos. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. ¿Cuestiones? ¿No?
Si gustan, también me las pueden dejar en escrito y ya yo se las contesto igual mediante el chat.
Do you speak a little bit English? ¿Tú hablas un poco inglés?
Estoy aprendiendo apenas, estoy en clases.
Okay.
Marcos, if you want, I don't know a lot about
Thank you,
Spanish,
Rafael.
but I
Thank
can
you.
try to
Thank you so
translate.
much.
I'm more
Thank you.
Portuguese, but I
Thank
can
you,
try to
Rafael.
translate.
Could you give me like the gist of it? I understood this would be a race for Cardano to promote Cardano, right? For athletes to promote Cardano. Hey, Roberto, you
Hey.
speak. Hi.
Yeah, I can translate if you
Thank
need.
you. Thank you.
All right.
It's a race where the athletes will download a wallet or create a wallet basically and download an NFT, which will be your ticket to the race. So they're gonna, promote this race, and everyone that wants to participate in the race will have to be onboarded to Cardano, right, to get their wallet and their ticket basically. The registration will be an NFT basically.
Okay, cool.
That's the main idea. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No
Thank
problem.
you. And good luck with your proposal.
Good.
Perfect.
La categoría de ecosistema. Muchas gracias, Roberto.
De nada. Buena suerte.
Victor, you're next. Tú es los próxima. Oh, my Spanish is bad. It's even worse than my French.
Bueno, hola chicos.
Hi, hola.
Pues mi nombre es Víctor Hernández, de la comunidad Cardano México. Originalmente Cristian iba a presentar hoy, pero por cuestiones personales no pudo asistir. Es por eso que aparezco con el nombre de él. El inconveniente es que yo no hablo inglés. Entonces les voy a explicar en español. Y pues básicamente nuestra propuesta se llama Loyalty Rewards vía Cardano NFT en la categoría ecosistema. Ok, pues es bien sabido que en la TAM, y yo creo que más bien a nivel global, Cardano sufre en el tema de adopción. Es por eso que decidimos atacar de frente con esta propuesta, ya que estamos seguros que tiene la capacidad necesaria de atraer a más usuarios a Cardano. ¿Pero cómo? Mediante recompensas. Está comprobado que las loyalty rewards nunca fallan. Entonces, ¿por qué no adoptarlas y adaptarlas a nuestro ecosistema? Donde los usuarios obtendrán NFTs al comprar productos específicos en los hubs participantes, llámese hamburguesas, bebidas, platillos, etc. Eso ya queda a elección del propio hub. Pero ¿y cómo funcionará? Bueno, al crear una nueva billetera, se otorgará el primer NFT con el cual serás acreedor a un producto gratis. Para obtener el segundo NFT, deberás comprar un producto seleccionado y lo mismo con el tercer NFT. Al acumular los 3 NFTs de la colección, ya tendrás el derecho de canjearlas por merch de Cardano, que de igual manera tendremos exhibidas en el hub y obviamente facilitaremos la integración de pagos en ADA. Esperamos que nuestro proyecto tenga un impacto significativo en la adopción, ya que pretendemos crear 600 nuevas billeteras. Esto gracias a que en cada uno de los 4 hubs habrá 150 productos gratis. Por consecuencia, emitiremos 1800 NFTs y 1200 transacciones, claramente nada. En resumidas cuentas, esperamos al menos 600 participantes en el programa de recompensas. Además, creemos que este proyecto no solo atraerá nuevos usuarios, sino que también beneficiará a los hubs al aumentar su clientela, ya que abriremos la puerta a que el hub conozca más sobre Cardano, sus NFTs, pagos en ADA, etc. Y así poder crear su propio sistema de recompensas. Ok, pues crearemos también un sitio web y una tienda en línea donde se mostrarán los productos, donde mostraremos todos los productos en los hubs, así como la merch que tendremos disponible. Crearemos promocionales y video tutoriales. Fortaleceremos las alianzas con los hubs. Diseñaremos, crearemos y enviaremos los NFTs a los participantes. Integraremos la merch y promocionales en los hubs de una manera bastante atractiva, de tal forma que les despierte el interés en saber más sobre el programa. Impartiremos personalmente la capacitación a estos centros. Y algo muy importante es que esto no se quedará en el olvido, sino que formaremos un grupo comunitario en Telegram y redes sociales donde trataremos de involucrarlos e incorporarlos a nuestro ecosistema y al uso de las DApps, las DeFi, la gobernanza, etc. Concluiremos con un informe final y un video resumen. Pues eso es todo, chicos. ¿Alguna duda, una pregunta?
Oh, I'm sorry. But time is more or less up.
I can give the English version in 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right. This basically the problem is the low adoption of Cardano in Latin America. So they want to adapt loyalty rewards as NFTs through Cardano. And basically the first NFT for onboarding and all that is free. And then as you purchase participating products, you build, your loyalty rewards basically. And there's the whole concept of being like a hub of different entities that will add their products for people to participate and get royalty rewards basically. And also, facilitate payments in ADA And they also want to have, you know, video tutorials, merchandising, for all the promotion of the hubs, and as also as a Telegram, you know, group for support and all that. Like, and then by the end, they want to give like a final report of the whole experience. And one more thing. Oh, I think it's just a video, yeah, resuming the whole experience with a written report, basically, of the whole thing.
Is it a little bit like what the guys in Ghana do, that what we try to do, like building a community, in terms of, yeah, just building a community and then trying to drive it forward? Or is it more a marketing network in the end when it comes
I
to
think it's a little bit of a mixture, because it's basically using loyalty rewards as a forcing function to onboard people in the system, and the requirement is having, you know, a Cardano wallet basically to receive the NFTs, either the rewards as NFTs, right? And then you exchange those rewards for products in the in this hub. It's the typical, like, oh, you purchase, you know, if you, let's say, for example, my supermarket has rewards too, right? Points that you go through the year, and then you can exchange them, right, for the points that you accumulated in the year. So it's the same concept, but basically based on Cardano.
Great, thank you. That was a great overview. We have now 3 Ghanaian projects, and I think 2 were covered already. Barbara, I don't want to skip you if you were one of them. I know we had Nana, and Cardano Ghana community was done already. So, but I think they all go together, right, Seydou? With that, we would go to Thomas from Marlowe. I think he's not in the room. There's Matthew.
Yeah, I hear something.
So that's, Thomas is not here. Raz, are you here? Nope. Then it's Ottavio. And if not, then we have Rafael.
Yeah.
Both.
An old friend of us.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. I didn't know if I was going to make it, because literally I just saw this while it was already started. Yeah,
that's perfect as always. Do you want to have, how do you want to have it? We want to, we have 2 minutes per proposal of an elevator pitch. Do you need 4 minutes? Do you want to do both behind, back, or how do you want to handle it?
I can try to do like both at the same time, because they are very related.
Perfect.
It's kind of for the same thing, but can I have a little bit more time than 2 minutes?
Yes. Yeah, then
Awesome.
it's absolutely more than 2. Just make it 4 if you need it. Otherwise, if you can crop it, we're all thankful.
All right, cool. I can start. All right.
Yes, anytime.
All right, so hello everyone. I'm here presenting our proposal for Gen Wealth, and we are basically trying to solve a big problem. How can you leave your crypto to your loved ones, or even how can you recover your crypto if you lose your seed phrase? And right now, there are no good solutions, because you need to trust intermediaries or share your seed phrase, and that carries a lot of risks. So to avoid that issue, we created a DApp that allows you to self-custody your funds, use it as you use it with the normal wallet, but in addition to that, you can define your beneficiaries, you can divide your crypto across beneficiaries, and when the time comes, they are able to just claim it. Using this system and creating safety wallets, you can even create a specialized recovery mechanism for yourself. So if you lose your seed phrase and you have other wallets, then you have a way to actually recover your crypto while doing self-custody. And I think that's very important for use cases such as real-world assets, and to really be able to use blockchain in a better way without these intermediaries. Basically, one thing that is maybe important to say, and that's our second proposal, is while this solves a problem and you're able to leave your crypto assets for your family, the ones that understand about blockchain, what about the ones that don't? At least for me and for many people, there's a lot of people who know nothing about it. And for that, we created a solution using this DApp so that it's trustless. For you, you still have total control of the tokens while you're alive. But after you're gone, you can define the beneficiaries, and the non-tax savvy beneficiaries are able to enter a representative contract with us. What we do in this contract is that we hold their token, the one that allows them to claim the share of the crypto from the app after you're gone. We get that crypto, we sell it in the market, and we transfer it to the bank account. And we have a contract with a 2x liability clause that basically says either you do it right or you pay twice the value of the crypto. Yeah, because aligning incentives is very important. And these are basically our two proposals for this funding round. Thank you.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
No, very. It's a very cool idea. I think that it's something that is really needed. But how did you think about that in the first place?
I mean, honestly, like I thought it firstly for myself because I had some people in my family dying recently, and it was close relatives, and I saw the issues just managing things. And then I was wondering, well, what about if it was me? And I was recognizing that I have a lot on crypto, and I have no way to live it properly. Most of my family doesn't even know much about it, and even if they did, it's a risk to share the seed phrase, a risk I didn't want to add. So I kind of to start looking to see if there was a solution for this. There wasn't, so I thought let's try to create it, right?
Yeah. Perfect. Any other question from the guests here? No,
I guess
no
questions. Sorry, that was an emergency here.
Yeah.
I love that proposal because it's tackling exactly one thing that is always on my mind. We have a couple of kids, and I just talked to my son today, and he said, "I know your password," and I say, "Yeah, I know, it's on purpose," because what happens if I'm not there anymore. So you're tackling a very, very important part. And also one thing is with not being there usually is something that happens without a notice. And
yeah,
if you can take care of it, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
That's so true, Marcos. And most people don't think about it, but it's the only guaranteed thing we have in life, and we just don't know when it is. So definitely, I agree. I prefer to be prepared, and I hope most people do as well.
We didn't have you on the fireside chat regarding that one yet, I think.
No, it was last year about the channel, but not this one. So you are welcome to come if you want to present the project. I don't know when we'll have free spots, probably later in August.
Yeah, I'll come, definitely. We are right now, like we already have the smart contracts. We already are developing like the front end. That's the most complex thing because we do have some functionalities, and it will be cool, I hope, when we launch it. And if you guys are okay, probably when we are like closer to launch, which maybe Q3, Q4, we would like love to come there, maybe even show like a small demo or something interesting, right? Not just conversation.
What do you definitely have to get in touch with Roberto and John with Seaside. I think that is a very valuable approach that they deliver. And I've been with them in a course from Atala and from Emergo it was, I think. And Roberto is brilliant. I think it was Atala, right?
Yeah, the Atala beta program.
And John as well. definitely get in touch with the guys, because this is something where you're talking about credentials as well. And NFTs will not necessarily solve problems that you have to tackle there.
Yeah. Right now we are doing the first version, the MVP, with the NFT keys that you define who it is. For sure, we want to do credentials. We already had some conversations with IMX, and there's a possibility to do that. But to do credentials, you also need to, how do you say? Yeah, we'll need to rewrite a little bit what we have right now. So it would be almost like a new service, but one that's very interesting. And it will also have other things, like it has some regulatory compliance that brings some limitations for individuals. And also you have to kind of share your data with the European Union. So it's nice, but it also has some complexities for individuals. But we want to offer both options, like if you want a more decentralized option, or if you want an option that, even though it's using a self-sovereign identity, you still have to comply with regulation in the country, so you need to share that information.
By the way, as we're talking about it, obviously a credential is a verified credential is a NFT in itself somehow, right? So, but most people in the crypto space consider NFT as the solution, and then they start tapping into the identity field, as you did already, and that's just part of the clarification. Thank you for doing this. Sorry, I didn't want to.
No worries. Also, just by the way, just to finish, because I forgot, it's also more costly for users because there are more integrations in the process. But yeah, I definitely think it's probably, like, for Web2 people, it's easier. You just have to show your identity, and that's it. And then with credentials, you can use it even like for normal inheritance.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you,
Did you
guys.
by chance miss somebody else in the list that maybe connected later and missed the spot? If so, please raise your hand.
Matthew, did we skip you? Or were you a listener today?
Matthew's part of the C-Sign team.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm part of the C-Sign team. I'm just listening.
Cool. So with that, thank you everybody who's been here, everybody who stayed until the very end, and we wish you very much of luck. Apologies for my bad abuse of languages, trying to speak things that I cannot pronounce. I hope you're going to survive it. Have the time to work on your proposals. Feel welcome to join our fireside chats. Feel welcome to vote for us.
Yes, please.
I have seen quite some proposals that I'm going to vote for. You just got my heart. You got my brains. And thank you so much. Gracias para la presentación, o para la presentación. Merci pour la présentation, and vielen Dank an alle, and thank you. I'm passing over to you, Davide.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. It was a very nice, interesting session. I really enjoyed a lot of the proposal. I will make sure to put my little vote there. And I really hope you can remember about us, so that we can make even better events. And also we are now doing in-person events that are getting really, really nice. The Greek community is amazing about that. They just hosted 3 of them. We had one in Italy. If you want to do something like that, remember to get in touch with us and we'll make it happen. And I see you guys next week for the usual fireside chat. And thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Ciao.
Thank you, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.